Okay, the next one, somebody was going to be going and having their first kind of sales call with a bride and groom, and they're wondering if there were any tips to give them on how to have a successful sales call. So this is something I know both of you have done and have been doing these for a number of years. So let's kind of give a few things that, somebody who has never really sat down across the table from a bride and groom, where would you recommend they start, or how would you recommend them have a successful? And I'll start.
We got time left.
I want to start this one. Yeah. I'll start this one. My first thing is as the old rule says, if you're on time, you're late. Be at least 5 minutes early, if not 10 minutes early, to make sure you can get, if you're meeting at a coffee shop, you can get a table, you can do what you need to do, get yourself there, get set up, and then you can get yourself kind of settled down and you're not kind of like running in there and that type of thing. Promptness, being there ahead of the game. Second thing is be dressed for the moment. That doesn't mean you have to wear a shirt or a tie and a jacket and the whole time, but you don't want to go into a place and look like a slob with a ripped up t-shirt and ripped up jeans. If you're in a coffee shop, you want to dress in a style that would be at the top of that. So a nice dress shirt. If we have Caribou Coffee around here, I'd probably go flannel. Truthfully, a nice semi-dressy flannel shirt to do something like that. But it would be a button-down thing or something that would look good, but yet it wouldn't look completely out of place in that. So dressing appropriately and being early. My first two. Cubbie, you look like you got something.
I don't know. It could be gas.
Okay, that's another one. Expel gas out. Okay, go ahead.
I like to conversationally sell. Basically just talk to them. Tell me, get them to talk. The more they talk, the better you sound. Tell me about the last few weddings you went to. What did you see? What did you like? What did you didn't like? How do you vision your day? What is your vibe? Or, what type of music do you like? Are your families big dancers? What venue you at? Are you doing the ceremony there? You get them to talk. People love to talk about themselves and talk about their day. And then you just reaffirm everything that they just told you. Oh my God, I love Country Lane Lodge. You might hate it, but you loved it in that conversation.
Okay, stop right there. Let's do a little role playing. Cubbie, you're meeting you're meeting our groom Dan, and give me an example of one of those types of questions and how you would do that. Specific venue. Pick out a venue. Let's do the venue side of it.
Dan, man, thank you so much for meeting me this afternoon. Tell me about your big day. How do you vision it? Where is it gonna be at? Are you doing the ceremony? Tell me a little more about your big day.
So we're just gonna start out. We're gonna get married. It's down by this little pond. It's kind of a really cool overview of where it's at. And then we're gonna go off. We're gonna do some pictures, and then we're gonna come back, and we hope to be back in time to kind of mill with everybody during cocktails a little bit. And then we want to come in, we want to eat, we want to party. Because we got to party. That's all there is.
You got a big dancing crowd?
I like to dance.
What do you like to dance to, Dan?
I like the current stuff, and I like to go back to the early 2000s.
Early 2000s? What about your family? Your family big dancers? Are they...
My wife's family. My fiance.
First wife? Your first wife?
Yeah, my first wife. Yeah, my first wife. Nobody knows about that one. Her family is. Her family's big dancers. My family will probably sit there all night.
Oh, it's amazing. And what venue you at again? What was the name of it? And I know you said the setting for me, but where's it at?
The barn at Green Acres.
Oh my God, I love Green Acres. And Arnold Ziffel the pig is always running around there. So on this little...
Yeah, Green Acres. So that's the idea. Thank you guys. But that's the idea when you guys are talking about asking questions and having them tell the story. And even though Cubbie has no idea where Green Acres barn is, well, he may do it if it's in his... But he can carry on a conversation and ask questions. And Dan, over the period of time, will fill in a lot of that information. And many times he's just regurgitating what he's just been told. And it builds that level of trust between Cubbie and his clients because of him listening and to be able to, hey, wow, I love that idea. I love doing ceremonies by water, by the pond. You know, that idea that he's listening and he can engage and react is so important when it comes to those things. Thank you, guys.
I will say I do it slightly different, at least to start out. So I do like to do the whole asking questions, but the way I start with my conversations when we sit down is I ask them questions that are not related to the wedding at all. So I'm a big stories person. That's what I tell them. I'm like, listen, I'm a big stories person. So how'd you two meet? You know, what's the story behind that? And try and get them to go. And part of the reason also that leads to this is if I hear a story in what they're talking about, if I hear a story about how they got engaged and something about like their relationship, one of the things I love to do is love stories. And hearing that is something like, you know, if it's a great story, I'm like, oh my gosh, please let me tell your story. Please let me share your story that day. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then I go and, you know, if they don't know about the love story, I'll go into, you know, kind of expand upon it
Right.
and talk about it. I've had couples book me without talking about the rest of, I don't want to say without talking about the rest of it, but like, because I'm so excited about their story, that tells them I'm so excited about them that it's not a fake type of thing. But that's why I asked their story, because I love their stories. I love hearing about relationships and how they develop.
Right.
And it's always kind of a unique thing. And even if we don't do the love story, it still tells me more about them that I can already start to kind of plan in my head. Hey, we might go this direction, we might go that direction, and start to kind of really flesh some things out. Paints such a big picture. And then I can be like, all right, let's talk business. And then I go into some of the questions like Cubbie's talking about.
Excellent. Guys, we're going to have to put a thumbtack in that one or in tonight's show because we are right to the end.
Wow, that took fast.
Yeah, that one went really, really, really fast. Up next in about 3 minutes, DJNTV.com/chill. Tonight is Hanging with Howie night, Monday night at 10 o'clock Eastern, and the guys will be in the chat room. For the first 20 minutes or so, they'll be recording a spot, so you can go and keep your camera off and keep your microphone off and kind of listen to what the topic is for tonight, and they'll do that. And then after that, you guys can turn on and talk and share and have a good time and such in the chill room, DJNTV.com/chill. Tomorrow morning tomorrow we've got a tips video hitting in the morning. Tomorrow night, we got a Tuesday night with Ben Stowe, and then we have and then we've got the Tuesday night music show, which is also in the chill room where the guys record that. And then Wednesday, we'll be streaming a Howie and the Tuesday night the night. And Wednesday morning, Dan's going to have a new video for us this week that he's still working on. Dan. And it will be ready to go Wednesday morning.
Monday?
Yeah.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, the week's getting away. You got lots of time. So yeah, that's what's coming up this week. And yeah, we got a wrap. So Dan, take us home.
On that note, hopefully everybody had a good evening and you were able to kind of learn a few things. And if we didn't get to your question, John's writing them down. We'll get to them at some point probably. But thank you very much for that. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.